Hello and welcome to Oxford Plains. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53. I partner with Coach Dave Academy and the Impel Speed Shop to provide you this Learn to Drive video. This video is for the rookie street stocks at Oxford Plains as part of iRacing 2025 Season 1 Week 7 official series action. If you can, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It does a ton to help get our message out, help support the channel, and most importantly, it helps me with my local racing program. Gives us just a little bit better visibility for sponsors, etc. They love seeing that. And speaking of sponsorship, there is a great opportunity that we have. It's part of our fans only sponsorship program. For just $10 minimum suggested contribution, you can get your name on the car. We've got different tiers, more dollar value that you spend, the bigger your name gets on the car, that type of deal. And then for any donation over $20, I'm going to save at least half of that to get my daughter into a go-kart. She wants to start running on road courses. She's 12 years old, so I think it'll be a great way to kind of help build a little bit of fan support for both her as well as my program. So if you can, it's linked in the description below. You can also join our Team 53 Discord. There's some other options for payment as well as ways to subscribe to us that can help out as well. So that's linked in the description. You can also sign up for all of our setups as well as the Coach Dave Delta tool, which will help you with your throttle traces, steering inputs, show you where you're at on track. You can compare it to my laps, and that's available as well, linked in the description. So let's hop in here to the street stock. I think of the two rookie cars this week, I think the street stock is the easier one to drive and probably the one that I would recommend that you guys run. The mini stock, if you watched the other video, you saw that I said that it was very tight. This car feels a lot more neutral. I think it's going to be a lot better over the course of a run. So let's hop in here to qualifying. Gas, brake, throttle. We like to alternate that. Just get some heat in the tires, and that's super important, especially in these street stocks. And then while you guys are at it, you see this big Impel Motorsports logo on the back of my car. Head on over to Impel, grab some sim racing hardware. We've got stuff from Moza, Sim Magic, some great entry-level Moza bundles as well. So while you're tire heating, you're going to come to this line here on the backstretch, this white line, and that's really kind of your mark to stop tire heating. You go much further than that, you run the risk of getting a black flag from iRacing, so I've just kind of used that as my tool. Here for qualifying, lap 2 is going to be my fast lap, so we're going to swing by here, and we'll get lap 2 going. You can just see this lap, I'm really just focused on getting heat in the tires and keeping it in there, testing out grip levels, all the things that you would expect from a 7500 I rating. So we'll pull high here, we'll get a huge head of steam, and then we'll get ready to pitch it here into the corner. We'll bring it in here to turn 1, and our goal is going to be to get this left side tire as close as we can to this white curbing. But what you have to be careful, and I talk about this in the mini stock video as well, is that the curbing bumps out at pit exit. So if you're running the wrong angle into the corner, you're going to hit that curbing where it bumps back out, and it's going to cause you problems. So here, we're going to come into this corner, and I'm going to take it a little bit wider than what I did in the mini stock. And in the mini stock video, I talk about catching the right sides. In here, the mini stock, you really want to be below that because it's a smaller car. With the street stock, if you got your right side tires just below this contact patch here, you're going to be good. So we rotate it through. You can see I'm feeding it throttle just to get that front nose to pitch where I want it to. And you can see, just like in the mini stock video, the ton of practice that I have, the laps that I have here, we get super close to that curve, but we don't hit it. Again, you're going to be out a little bit wider here as you get used to it, and you're going to crowd down as the week goes on. But we're going to throttle up here, and we're going to swing the car out. The mini stock, we came out about this wide. Same thing with the street stock. You don't want to be way out here. You don't want to be way down there. You want to be right down there in the middle. It'll give you a really good run to get into turn 3 nice and easy. We're going to back out here for turn 3, and we're just going to float it in. And now what we're thinking about here is how we're going to approach our corner exit. Because in this corner, your corner exit is what's going to dictate how good your Q lap is. So we come out of this corner, and then you can see here we're going to straighten the car back out and we're almost going to pitch it out towards the wall, and it's going to get us a really, really nice 7:15 lap. I had a 6:70 for my optimal lap in just the few laps that we did in this session. So I think if I had pushed it more, definitely could have gotten to that 67. I would not be surprised if you see some high fives from some of the super fast guys that maybe shouldn't be in rookies or that maybe have an alt account and are coming back through. But definitely sixes, low sevens. If you can get mid sevens, I think you'll be super competitive. The biggest thing with Oxford is not really worrying about where you're starting, but it's just all the calamity that's going to ensue, right? You have the curb in one, guys are going to come in, they're going to hit the curb, they're going to bounce off each other. You don't have any walls really here other than the interior pit wall. So you have guys just all over the place. People rejoining that have flown off the curbs, all that kind of stuff. So you really have to keep your head on a swivel. And that's what's going to be important. That, and then for in terms of race laps, just making sure that you keep the right front and the right rear happy. As long as you keep those two tires happy, you're going to be good. And your line is going to be pretty much the same. Maybe down the backstretch, you're going to shallow it up a little bit, but it's still pretty much the same general line, the same general throttle points. Um, trying to figure out how to pass here. Passing is really difficult. My best advice, wait for somebody to hit the curb, especially in rookies. They're going to shoot up the track. They're going to spin out. You'll be able to pass them piece of cake. And then once the field starts to spread out, you can just kind of get into a rhythm and try and get out of rookie class. And that's really what rookies is all about, is getting out of rookies, getting to D class running late models, SK modifieds, or ARCA. You really don't want to be stuck here in rookies. So this week at Oxford, it's a really easy week to gain SR, but it's also a really easy week to lose SR if you're not paying attention to what's happening around you. Um, Guys also like to dive bomb you going into one and going into three. Feel free, give them the room and just power on the outside lane. That's kind of one of the cool things here about Oxford is that the outside lane does eventually come in. So as I said, if you're new to iRacing, if you're looking to join iRacing, you might have found this video. Maybe you've been in rookies for a little while. You're using an entry-level steering wheel that you really don't like. Head over to Impel Motorsports. We can hook you up. We got some great Moza products, some great Sim Magic products that'll really take your sim racing to the next level. If you want a custom rig, feel free to reach out. Email them info@impelmotorsports.com. They've got a contact page on their website. Um, Make sure you have followed us and subscribed to the channel. Lots of good content we put out every week, teaching you how to run these tracks. And then if you can, I implore you, please sign up for the fans only sponsorship. It does a ton to help keep me on track and get us going. So best of luck. Hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great week of racing.